Welcome to Learning by Doing with Praveen Kandan. This is Praveen. In this Java exception handling playlist, we will learn exception handling concepts from the scratch. This is Java exception handling session number 12, multiple catch blocks. If you are confident about learning, then like the video, subscribe to the channel. Please click the bell icon and select all notification options. Don't choose personalized options. You may miss some session updates. Let's get started. So in the previous session, we have discussed about usage of get message to print the actual reason of the exception. In this session, we'll discuss about the multiple catch block. So it looks like a leaf ladder. So more than two conditions, you can go for else if ladder. Am I right? Same the ladder concept, the else if ladder concept, we are going to use it here. So more than one exception is coming. Okay, so we may have the doubt. So whether arithmetic exception is coming or number format exception is coming. So if you are having a two or three errors, that is a two or three exceptions you are expecting, you can place it here. As usual, try block, you place the hotspot code, hotspot area in the try block. So these lines of code, we are having the doubt that these lines of code may throw an exception. So place that code in the try block. Okay, same program, only the explanation is going to differ. So I'm having the doubt. This code may throw an error. What is that? Runtime exception. I'm reading the input from the user. So user may give the incorrect input. If that incorrect input is coming, I'm going to handle that by arithmetic exception. I'm going to handle it by arithmetic exception. Are you clear? So far this is what we have explained and then discussed. Next, we may have the doubt. So arithmetic exception may come, or it may give the array index out of bound exceptions, or number format exceptions, or null pointer exception. So what type of exception you are doing, so that may executed here. Okay, example, I'm opening your previous code. So one type of exception, array index out of bound exception. I'm going to place this code here. So declaring this array here. This scanner. So after this, place that exception code here. That is, you are expecting it may throw an error. The catch try block area. Okay. After that, place that it here. So array of position. Normal execution means it will executes. Otherwise, invalid array position you have to give it. Invalid array position you have to give it. So I'm minimizing this. Now you can able to easily see this. So we'll divide this. Yes. So first of all, you are giving the normal input. Okay. So assume that I'm not going to use any array index out of bound exception or whatever it is. Okay. I'm just getting down. Only placing the try block here. See here. First line number 16 and 17 is going to execute. After this line number 13, program started is executing. After that, I'm getting the input from the user. Example 5, I'm giving the normal input. So 100 divided by 5 is what is that? 20. 20 is displaying. After that is asking the position 0 to 4. So 0 to 4 means within that 0 to 4 only you have to give the position because our array size is 5. So our array size is 5. Next, this time giving the array size as now 7. Okay. It is reading from the user and then stored in the POS. Afterwards, it will ask you to enter the value. So that value is, what is that? I'm giving 250. So this 250 is stored in the array of position. What is that position? 7. So array of 7 equal to 250 means what will happen? Generally it will throw an exception. Am I right? In our previous examples we already discussed. I'll show that array index out of bound problem also. Open. Is it? So what will happen? Exception thrown. So this program completed line will not be executed. Am I right? So first I'll show the proper example. Afterwards I'll show that problem area. Okay. So array of 7, that is 250 should be printed. Am I right? But here itself it will throw an exception. This 250 will not be printed. See here, if I'm giving the enter, it will give the message array index out of bound exception. So you may ask, sir, we are having the catch block. Yes, obviously we are having the catch block, but this catch block is going to handle the arithmetic exception, not array index out of bound exception. Okay, we are having the catch block. So in our without try and catch block also we face this issue. So usually you'll give the position. I'm giving the position as 7. So enter the value. I'm giving the 250. So what type of exception I am getting? Array index out of bound exception. Array index out of bound exception. This program completed line is not executed. This line number 20 and 21 is not executed. Now we are using the try catch block. So whether you will get a solution, we can't give the guarantee until you are giving the proper exception type. This time giving again that 7 here. Can rerun this code. See here. This time giving some input. Example 10 itself I'm giving. So 10th position, actually position lies between 0 to 4 only. If I'm giving the value as 500, okay, so once I'm rerun this code, something, yes, the previous value, it will be read. Okay, so first time what is that number I'm giving? 100 divided by which number I'm dividing means example 2. So that 50 is displaying. 100 divided by 2 is 50. Next, giving the position 0 to 4. This time giving the position as now 10. Next, it will ask you to type the value. What value example? I'm giving 270. This 270 is stored in the array of position. What is that? 10. Actually, array size is, what is that? 0 to 4 only applicable. 0 to 4 index only possible. If I'm giving this 270, you're getting the same error. If you're giving try and catch alone, it will not handle. We have to give the proper suitable catch block. So now I'm giving that catch block here. What type of catch block means? Array index out of bound exception. Array index out of bound exception. So now you'll get the output. See here, it will be handled. Program started. Example, this time giving a sample input as to divide this number 5. So 100 by 20 is 5. Position. So I'm giving the position as now 6. Value as 80. So now it is handled. See here, array of 6 equal to 80 is not what the position I'm giving 6. Array of 6 equal to 80 we can't able to store it. The exception is throwing. First you will check, understand, it will not directly check the array index out of an exception one by one. Line number 27 having the catch block, so it will check arithmetic exception whether we are getting this e as. So what type of exception is throwing by this area? Line number 25, it is throwing the, what is that? It is throwing the array index out of bound exception. From line number 25 to cursor will be move on to the line number 27. But what exception we are having? Arithmetic exception. It is not matching. So next the control will move on to the line number 29. From 27 to 29, it will check array index out of bound exceptions. E will having the array index out of bound exception. Yes. So it is having the capability to catch this array index out of bound exception. So this E is having the array index out of bound exception value, so that will be stored in the object. Now it is printing invalid array position. So this is the concept behind that. Try to understand clearly. So what type of exception you are throwing, you have to place the type of exception. Next, if you are expecting the number format exception, so at the time, just give the number format exception, or null pointer exception is coming means you have to place the null pointer exception. There is no restriction. Only you have to use 5 catch block alone. So depends upon the purpose we can give it. Actually, in reality, we won't give all the logic in a single try block itself. We may use a different perspective. For reference, I'm showing. So because we can't give the guarantee what type of exception will throw each and every time. We just in assumption we are giving multiple catch block. So when it is required, you can use that catch block here. Okay. So multiple try catch block means you are giving the multiple catch block to handle the any type of exception. Okay, so what type of exceptions we are expecting, okay, what type of exceptions you are expecting, you just place that in the catch block. It will handle that. If you're not giving that, it will not be handled. So even if I'm giving the catch block at last, okay, if I'm giving the catch block at last, it won't directly handle this divide by zero problem. Example, this time giving my sample input as what is that? As per this program started is printed, integer input, the divide and values I'm getting, I'm giving as zero. So here exception is throwing. Hereafter, in this try block will not be executed. See here. So what is that? For control will be transferred from line number 17 to first it will check with the line number 27. Array index out of the exception. It is not array of exception. What exception is throwing? Arithmetic exception. So failed. Next line number 29. Arithmetic exception is not equal to the number format exception. So failed. Line number 31. Arithmetic exception is not equal to the null pointer exception. Again it's failed. Now only it will checking line number 33. Arithmetic exception is there or not. Yes, arithmetic exception is having the object reference variable. Okay, so now it is matching, exception is handled, is printing, program terminated. This is what the procedure. It will not directly come to the catch block. Step by step only it will happen. Okay, I hope you have clear this example. If you found this session useful, then like the video and subscribe the channel for more updates. Please share it with your friends. Thank you for watching.